feels kind of like a, I don't know, I've got the nerves. It feels good. Hadn't had this feeling in a while. I mean, I get nervous in some of these races, but the butterflies is a little different.
Cale Peterson 7th, Kyle Franklin in 8th. Drew Coon's going to be starting in the 9th position to his outside in 10th. Matt Marklin. 11th's going to go to Shannon Donathan. 12th, James Watson. Row 7, Rob Hamilton 13th. Jordan Massey 14th. Rob Williams in the 15th spot. David Vodka in 16th. Charles Wilson's going to roll off in 17th. Steve Giverson in 18th. Joshua Newman in 19th. Clarence Norton in 20th. Ryan Fuse 21st. Tim Freet 22nd. Dalton Hall 23rd. Ronnie Welchel 24th. And that's going to be it.
Go, guys, go. Patrick, I got 12.
25 strong, taking on a wicked, crazy Gen 4 car. A lot of brave souls out there tonight.
Yes, yes, yes. And we like it.
Yes, we do. It's just about go time, ladies and gentlemen. Get your snacks ready. Get everything placed. Don't move a muscle. You're not going to want to miss a single lap of this. It's going to be awesome.
They're running one extra pace lap tonight. Get everybody in the right order. Get these EOLs issued. As you can see,
it's going to take them for an extra parade lap so they can wave at the fans on the way by before they lock in.
That's right. And it's going to be a hoot, I can promise you that.
Somebody tell that pace car to get off the track. I'm ready to go. Come on.
Coming down the back stretch right now. Pace car's going to be heading off here shortly. NSA Hawkeye, how are y'all in the booth this evening? We're doing fantastic. How about you?
Great to see you out there, Hawkeye.
Here we go. Pace car's off. Chase. Drivers coming out into the restart zone right now. Green flag in the air. 115 laps here tonight. Oh, Brian Zimmer
around. Send it or end it, boys. We didn't make it to turn one. Woo. I don't know if Brian Zimmer spun up his tires or what, but he seemed to really stack up that outside row and he went for a ride.
Yeah, let's take a look here. See what happened. Brian Zimmer on the outside, in the front row. Looks like he missed a shift. Oh.
Unfortunate for the 55 machine of Brian Zimmer so early in the race, but that gives him time to recover, go in and put the team to work and get that thing patched up with a little bit of that Kentucky chrome.
Doesn't look too bad. Get back out there. We got it.
That's right. Couple whacks of the rubber mallet on some of those fenders, she'll be A-okay here at Gateway.
Phantom 79 can say we've all probably have done that. I've done it. I've done it to the OutCast guys. I can promise you that.
I've done that more times than I even want to mention.
Yep, I remember one time racing with the OutCast guys in the Gen 4s at Charlotte, and I took out Ronnie Welchel, Terry Litweiler. And I started on the outside exactly like Brian Zimmer did and cleaned their clocks.
And then guess what? I guarantee Terry T-Lit was saying, on the list. Well,
Yes.
we'll rack them and restack them and get ready for round number 2 of this this green flag drop here, man. Everybody gets to take a deep breath, couple extra laps under caution, and yeah, we'll get it ready to send it again.
That's right. Well, Rob Hartley got caught in that because Brian Zimmer came across his nose, but you know what? It doesn't look bad. There we go.
'Tis but a flesh wound.
This is what the spotter would see in the binoculars. This is on top of the spotter stand.
I love that shot. That's a true real-world spotter stand up in the crow's nest.
And this is a blind spotter. There we go. I've got our spotter sitting on top of the broadcaster's box. So this is exactly what these guys would see.
Phantom 79 said these cars are surprisingly durable. That's right, they're built for tough. That's right. It's that classic Gen 4 pure grit and horsepower. Can I get an amen?
Amen.
Yeah, from the back row, that's right. All right, everybody, take a deep breath. Let's refocus.
Yep.
Let's recenter.
We got the 18 and the 46 starting in the front row this time. The 51, the 88 second row, 78 and 68 third row.
Everybody's going to be minding their P's and Q's coming to the green here this time, I guarantee it.
Green flag in the air.
Looks like a clean start from the back half of the field here. That's a good sign. Let's see if we can get this thing rolling now.
Yes, Eric Johnson waited till after the start-finish line to move up to get that nice arc into the turn one. Check this out, 51 underneath the 46 already. Oh, the 51 with some bad nose damage though, Chase. Maybe he was the one that got into Zimmer. 46 looks pretty clean. The 51's destroyed on the front of that nose.
That is really going to affect the way that car is behaving in the corners. And if you get the right amount on the right spot of the car, it could really tear into your tires, which that's already going to be an issue with a perfectly spotless car, let alone something nursing damage.
Oh, we got a bad wreck back here in the back.
Oh, man, whole bunch of cars fanning out.
Brandon Brock also fanned out, and I want to say, not sure who that was, Josh Newman. Josh Newman missing a bumper.
And also Brian Zimmer collected in the back half of that also. It looks like he's going to stay on track, though. Joshua Newman took the worst of it, it looks like.
Here we go, check this out. Zimmer just loose.
Still nursing that damage from that earlier contact at the start there. It's turning out to be a long night for the 55 machine of Brian Zimmer.
Rob Hartley, 3/10 back from Eric Johnson. Glad to see Hartley back out here on track.
Seems like he hasn't missed a beat, being hot on the heels of the leaders up towards the pointy end of the pack here.
That's right. And things are getting argy-bargy here as the 78 and the 51 are battling. 51 can't be doing good, Chase. He's got all that damage. Oh, 78 way loose. Coming off the corner to 4.
Whoo-wee. The 24 down into the infield and cutting up towards the track, and he makes contact. Turn 1 and 2.
Oh, David Vodka up against the wall.
Vodka. It almost looked like I think he lost that halfway down the straightaway because he cut down onto the apron through the grass and shot back up onto the track. I'm interested to see what caused that. It was a strange place. Maybe on the brakes too hard, or
Man, he got into Jordan Massey. Jordan Massey, he's going to the infield care center, no doubt about that.
Yeah, they're definitely going to have to get a couple of second opinions on the condition of the driver there. That was a hard lick. It really almost looked like he may have had an issue with maybe his screens or his wheel locking up, because that car just darted left. I don't think there's any sporadic failures on the cars in this
take a look here
in this program.
I've seen this on the old NASCAR games, but this is ridiculous.
That was one of the Mario Kart Rainbow Road shortcuts right there.
And we've already got 3 drivers out here with no bumpers on the front. We got some guys pitting though.
Yes, we do. We have some early takers, maybe to top off on some fuel. Working some early race strategy here. Could pay off for him later, Adam.
That's right. Jordan Massey, no bumper. Rob Hamilton looking good, though. Charles Wilson out here. They're going to grab some service. We're going to see here. Do they take tires? They're going to take fuel. Oh, yes, indeed. Fuel only for these drivers. And we got a mix of Gen 4s and modifieds tonight.
I see what you did there. You about snuck that by me. Some modifieds. That's right. No nose. Right. That's some slick stuff, Glad Dad.
Miss Slappin' Tickle in the chat. He sent it. What a legend. Yeah, Mrs. Slappin' Tickle. He sent it and he ent it.
Yes, he did.
NSA
what a
Hawkeye.
Legend.
I think he was having issues on Tuesday. Yeah, I think so. I don't think David raced. I think he was having issues at the beginning of that.
Yeah, if I remember correctly, he was one of our guys that went out for qualifying but ran out of time. He might still be battling those issues, unfortunately, tonight. Very unfortunate for Jordan Massey also. He was the unlucky contestant that was on the outside of the track there as he cut through the infield. Wasn't much he could do. Didn't see it coming.
It's going to be the 18 and the 46 once again. The 88 and the 51. And Drew Kuhn up 3 spots. James Watson up 7 spots. And check out this cat right here, Chase. Look at this guy. A new guy here to OutCast. Clarence Norton.
Welcome in, Clarence. Making a nice quiet march.
He's up 12 spots from the drop of the green flag.
12. Well, I'd take that back. That's a not so quiet march to the front. This man is making a statement.
Here we go. Green flag in the air. Aaron Sellers with a nice jump over the 46. He's going to take command of that second spot. But can he hold it? Rob Hartley is known in the OutCast League as a long run driver. Marklin, Watson battling side by side here, coming out of 2. I'm sorry, 4. Nose to
And
tail.
there's the man. There's the man in the silver bullet, number 21. We talked to him pre-race, and he seemed pretty confident, making a move underneath the 51, pushing him up the track into the dirty stuff, and book it. Put it in the books. That's P5 for the 21. And it looks like the 51's dropping fast. He lost a lot of momentum coming there off of 2, battling with the 21, but let's see if he can collect it coming through 3 and 4 here. Not quite the grip up there yet. This track is so smoking hot, man. At 83 degrees already, the sun is baking this pavement tonight.
See Kyle Franklin moving up. He's only moved up
On
one
the
spot.
28 really loose at it, or the 78 rather, really loose at a turn 2 there. It's going to lose a bunch of spots. Threw up a bunch of smoke. There. Excuse me.
'78 gonna rally back though.
Gathered her back up and got the momentum back, and he's working the bottom on the 51 here. The slick camera work from Glattdad watching this battle between the 78 and 51. Oh, he's in the wall just slightly going into one there.
Eric Johnson out to a 4/10 lead.
That 88's not letting him get comfortable. I'll
No,
tell you
he's
that.
not.
He's keeping just enough heat on him.
I see Jacob Answorth back here battling with Steve Giberson.
Just kind of noticing the trends here early in the run still yet, but I think as these tires wear out on these Gen 4 cars, if you hang the bottom later in the run, I really think they're going to struggle with keeping the power down. With so much horsepower, once the tires start going, it's hard to wrap the bottom of the track. That's the preferred line right now, but I would almost put money on that they're going to start walking up the track as these tires really lose their optimal grip. As that 74 hucks it down to the bottom again. He's going to try to make it stick this time through 3 and 4 on the 51 truck of Matthew Markland. Looks like he's going to make it stick. Crossing the start-finish line now. Great pass.
74 moving up though. And now he's contending with the 83 of Clarence Norton.
Norton with a big moment off of 2 there. He seems to be searching the high line for some grip and got really tight off of 2, and he got on the throttle to try to keep the 74 underneath him, and it stepped out big. That just goes to show you how much momentum you can lose in such a small mistake there, but
back up front, Eric Johnson now with a 7/10 lead over second place here in Sellers. But check this cat out. Drew Kuhn picked up 6 spots. He's now roaring up into 3rd position. Kyle Franklin. Being cool, calm, and collected, not turning the wheel too hard and making it tight.
Being very decisive with the wheel input, and I'm sure he's doing the same with the brake and the throttle inputs also. Very skilled driver at saving his stuff for the long run.
And let's check out Kel Peterson here. Kel's running a little bit higher line, about a half a lane up compared to what Franklin's running. And definitely working the wheel a little bit more. Whew. Oh, I looked in the back. Brandon Brock hard in the wall. I saw it in the rearview mirror of Kel Peterson's car. All I saw was the 3 going up and smacking the wall.
I think you hit the nail on the head in the pre-race, Adam. These corner exits in 2 and 4 are going to really make or break your long run speed. Cooking the tires off or getting friendly with the wall could do that too, as we saw with the 3-piece a little bit further back from Franklin and Peterson.
If he's not careful, he's going to be bringing it home in more than 3 pieces.
Amen on that.
Let's go back up here and check. Still 8 tits up.
And we see the 20 taking a peek. 20 of Cale Peterson taking a peek on the number 15. I couldn't read his number there. Looks like Ryan Fuchs holding steady on the top line. I think I definitely am seeing some guys searching for some speed a little bit further up the track, maybe a little more of an arcing line into the corner.
Yeah, Ryan Fuchs, this is not for position. Ryan Fuchs is a lap down.
The 20 of Cale Peterson with a big moment exiting 4 there. That's really going to be rough on his tires,
and
especially with a lapped car.
That's going to allow the 11.
He's not going to be happy about that.
The 11's closed up now. The 20 still battling the 15.
Sent her in there, man, trying to walk him up the track a little bit, and the 15 is not having any of it. He's going to crowd him up a little bit. And you know what the number 11 of Kyle Franklin is saying back there. He's like, go ahead and cook your tires, number 20. We're battling for position. As he's taking a look, underneath. The 20 gets really deep into 1 and 2. Let's see if he pushes it 3 wide. Go for it, Franklin.
Franklin won't do that.
Yeah.
He won't do that. Not this early in the race. You can see Ryan Fuchs.
I love that camera shot.
Ryan Fuchs not giving it an inch. He doesn't care if he's a lap down. And he lets him go.
He's out there to race. That's right.
Kel Peterson's used his stuff up. Couldn't get
Those
back in the throttle. The 11 gets back in the throttle.
Not happy at all right now.
Kyle Franklin's going to go on around. That's going to put him up to the 4th position. Kyle Franklin now to the bumper of the 21. Oh, 21 way loose on the exit there. Woo! Yeah. Jinx.
Yeah.
Drew Kuhn way loose there. Pushing that car hard. You can see just how much wheel Drew Kuhn's putting in, even on the straightaway. This thing is uncontrollable. Oh, he's downshifted.
Oh, that's a brave move, Adam, with all of this horsepower underneath the hood of these Gen 4 cars. That is a very, very risky business there from the 21 Silver Bullet.
Oh, any downshifts in 3 and 4? I've never seen that before, ever. With a short shift. Not sure that helps or hurts. And let's check on Kyle Franklin, see how smooth he's being on the wheel. Smoothest here at this track definitely pays off. Turning that wheel too much will heat them tires up. Kyle Franklin literally letting the car rotate down in the corner. He's not even turning the wheel, Chase, and the car's rotating a quarter of the way in the corner.
He seems to really have a good feel for the brake pedal. Just watching his wheel inputs here, if you set the brake, you're able in these cars and a lot of the cars on iRacing, you're able to, it's called brake bias, where you can dial the pressure percentages from the front to the rear. If you dial that a little more rearward, if you get on the brake pedal gently with firm, consistent pressure, that'll kind of bring the rear of the car around without having to turn the front wheels just from that brake pressure imbalance being dialed towards the rear. I think from what it looked like in the cockpit cam there, Adam, it looked like he has a really good handle on that.
Yes, he does, Chase. Yes, he does. Oh, 88 loose out of 2. 21 also loose out of 2. The 88,
Adam,
though.
These boys are battling these cars right now and the track. It's up to 86 degrees Fahrenheit.
I wanted to get hotter, to tell you the truth.
That's what I'm saying. It's a little too cool out there. Let's put these boys to the test. Let's keep that sun out.
Look here at the biggest gainers. Clarence Norton up 10 spots. Dalton Hall up 10 spots. Ronnie Welchels gained 8. Steve Giverson 7. But let's take a look here. The fastest. Last lap, Kyle Franklin the fastest. Brandon Brock and David Vodka running the exact same lap times, but Kyle Franklin fastest on track. Kyle Franklin with the fastest 5-lap average. The man is on the move.
I think it's a big payoff, the point that you brought up the last time we were in the cockpit of the number 11 car. It's the consistency and the slow, deliberate movements of the wheel that I think are paying off late in the run here.
Yes, absolutely. Oh, the 3 with a big moment back here coming out of 4. Seems to be losing ground. Rob Hartley's dropped all the way back to 8th. Let's check on a guy new to the league, Dalton Hall. Up 10 spots to 13th position. And Clarence Norton.
Go ahead, brother. I'm sorry.
Clarence Norton also up 10 spots in the top 10. Having a really good run so far tonight.
It's really great to see that the newcomers, those are 2 of our newest members here at the OutCast League, making some noise, making some waves. Both of them, Dalton Hall and Clarence Norton, up 10 spots. Just as you said, Adam, it's good to see some new blood in here, making sure everybody's up on their top game.
Yes, and they are definitely making a statement tonight, no doubt about it. As we're overlooking James Watson in 9th. But I'm watching this gaggle of cars right here. You know, Drew Kuhn, Brandon Brock, Rob Hartley, Jacob Answorth.
Don't look
yet, though. Oh, go ahead.
you can see some of these drivers really tiptoeing around these corners here, man. It's you can definitely see who's kind of wore their stuff out, and they're having to back it down a little bit just to try to save to the end of this fuel run.
Well, Chase, I can tell you somebody that ain't backing down, and that's that 11 right there. Of
No
Kyle Franklin.
kidding, man.
He's caught him. He's called Aaron Sellers, and Eric Johnson not nearly as fast as he was. Aaron Sellers has caught him.
See, this is a great example here of having consistent pace. You know, you'll get those guys that'll jet off, get a 2 or 3 second lead, but then their stuff is cooked by the end of the fuel run. This number 11 is really putting on an example of having steady pace, not burning it up, but not falling too far behind. And now he's right up here in third, really threatening these guys, putting on the pressure on them, Adam.
Yeah, it won't be long now. We're going to get into pit stop cycles. You know, Jacob Answorth in 5th, right back here, pitted on lap 10. So he can go a little bit further than these guys. So when they pit, guess what? Jacob Answorth, oh, the 88 out of fuel.
He's out of fuel out of turn 2, pushed it a little bit too far as our leaders are coming in for their first pit stop.
Aaron Sellers, another mistake. And like I said, Jacob Answorth to the top spot. No, Kel Peterson to the top spot. Kel Peterson stayed out. Is Kel going to have enough fuel to make it back?
Oh, it's going to be tight. And Cale goes, he dips into the access road there. He didn't want to risk it. That sure is hard to turn down that bonus championship point for leading a lap, though.
Yes, it is. But now Jacob Answorth goes right on by, and now he's going to gain a spot or a point. Clarence Norton's going to be scored in 10th.
Oh, and it looks like the number 11 may have had a miscue in the pits. I don't think he had his tires checked on. He's pulling back down the pit road.
Who's that?
Kyle Franklin in the number 11. I don't think he took tires, but he wanted to. He's back down pit road as we speak.
Kyle Franklin looks like he missed his pit stall. No score on his time.
That's a huge hit for the number 11. And he is taking tires this time by. Jacob Ainsworth with a heck of a fuel run. He took, I believe he took fuel earlier in the race here, like you were saying, Adam. I know there was a handful of drivers that took a splash and go during one of those early cautions.
And as you can see here, Eric Johnson did take tires, and he's there to Jacob Answorth. That's going to give him the lap back. Jacob Answorth needs to race him as hard as he can.
The 18 battling the car out of turn 4 right there. Going to get a little side draft and pinch the 74 down and make the pass stick. Whew, that was a moment. He had a hold of the wheel with both hands right there, Adam.
Wow. See Jacob Answorth still in the lead, though. Brian Zimmer way on back there. There's no chance for Zimmer to get this lead and grab a bonus point. But Eric Johnson back on the lead lap. Ryan Fuchs going, or trying to make it around Jacob Answorth to grab his lap back. And Kel Peterson, he's way on back there, but he should catch Answorth. Charles Wilson with a quiet night.
up in the P2 spot right now, up 15 spots from the beginning. Oh, we've got a car loose down. 83. That's the 83 of Clarence Norton, possibly coming out of the pits and got on the loud pedal a little too hard. Great job of gathering that car back up by the 83 driver of Clarence Norton.
Whew. Man, oh man.
That car was out of shape, Adam.
It was. That thing was sideways.
Mercy. Old Clarence Norton might get the nickname Drift King after that one. He was throwing smoke and everything, putting on a show for the fans. Woo! He kept her pointing straight, though.
As Shaggy would say from Scooby-Doo, like Zoink Scoob.
She's loose. I love it.
Eric Johnson now in 5th as he's trying to run down Tim Freet. Tim Freet, he pitted along with Ronnie Welchel, Charles Wilson, and Jacob Answorth on lap 10. So once these guys pit, which will be really, really soon here, Eric Johnson's going to take over the lead. And that's going to put Cale Peterson in 2nd.
Now, speaking on the situation that the 18's in, I've learned this lesson so many times. So he just got his lap back. The old me, before I learned the lesson that I did, I would push and try to get every position. But you have to have a bigger, broader outlook on the race. All of these guys ahead of you are going to eventually pit because they are on an alternate strategy. So you can't just get locked into the guy in front of you. You kind of have to take into consideration what strategy they're on. He's eventually going to take over these spots. He doesn't necessarily have to take them on track, but the strategies will play out and he'll cycle back to the front. So you always have to be aware of what people are doing, as hard as that is sometimes. But yeah, he's in a really good spot right now, and it would be the wrong choice, like I did, to burn your stuff up and try to get those positions on track knowing that they're going to pit.
Absolutely. And, you know, Chase, that's a good point. And to add to that, you really need to be looking out your mirror and watching your gap between the guy that you just pitted with, and you need to maintain that gap. That's the guy you're racing. Is the guy you beat on pit road. Like Eric Johnson. Eric Johnson needs to be only concerned with Cale Peterson at this point.
That's exactly right. You kind of get an idea of who's on the similar strategy as you, and that should be your gauge instead of just looking at the car ahead or looking at the leaderboard of who's pitted and who hasn't pitted. You just you really gotta. It's one of those things you just kind of have to learn as you go. You know, it's just that big picture thinking, awareness of who you're actually racing and who is on an alternate strategy or what have you throughout the race. That's a great point, Adam.
And we got Brandon Brock here. Let's take a look here and see who the fastest guys are here. Aaron Sellers, he's in 20th position, though. Ryan Fuchsia's in 19th. Kyle Franklin up. Now he's got the fastest lap. But I want to take a look. This is what matters here. The fastest of the last 5 lap average. Kyle Franklin in 13th right now. Had a penalty or missed his box or whatever. We'll find out. But Cale Peterson in 2nd with the 2nd fastest lap time. Eric Johnson nowhere to be found on that board.
It almost seems like I think Kyle Franklin pulled down the pits and didn't have his tires checked for the pit stop, because he immediately pulled back down. It probably topped off on a little bit of fuel, but he took tires that second time down. That was a huge mistake, and now he's lighting up the leaderboard with the lap times. He's kind of in catch-up mode now. It's going to be interesting to see if he can make a comeback.
Yeah, we'll see there. Kyle Franklin. He's pushing hard now. He's making a little bit bolder moves, which, you know, he has the right to do so.
Oh, it's go time for the number 11 of Kyle Franklin.
Yes, he's going to have to go.
He's got no time to waste.
And, you know, if I was Kyle, I'd be hoping for a caution. I'm not saying I'd intentionally spin a guy, but if I just so happen to miss my break point,
Yeah, he didn't end up losing a lap. He's only 25 seconds away from the lead, so he's still in the running, but it's definitely go time. That's a big gap to make up to get back in the hunt of the win here.
Yeah, it is, Chase. Yeah, he's got a lot of ground to make up, and he's going to have to push. If this stays green, he's going to have to push every single lap like it's the last lap.
Absolutely, man. That's going to be a tall task, but he's quite the wheel man, so we'll see what he has.
You can see there he's trying to run down Charles Wilson right now. He's got the guys in front of him, but the track's just, it's so technical. Once you get complacent at one corner, it just screws you up the whole next lap. You got to get right back in your groove. I mean, you gotta race the track. You can't race the guys. You mess up and you're messed up.
Oh, 100%, and that's the sneaky nature of Gateway. It just waits until you're comfortable, and then it bites. It doesn't put up a big fight right at the beginning. It's only when you get complacent and comfortable, just like you said, Adam.
Well, check this out. Eric Johnson in the lead. Oh, Kel Peterson was to the bumper of the 18, fighting for the lead, and gets crazy loose out of 4 and has lost a half a second.
He went from the top wall, whispering at the top wall, to whispering to the bottom wall. That was quite the save. My goodness. We've seen some great skill displayed, and we're only a portion through the race here. And these boys are definitely showing up and showing out.
Chase, question, does that hurt the tires when you have a close call like that and get really loose?
Absolutely, because it seemed like he got on the loud pedal. He's like, I'm catching the leader, I'm taking the lead. Got on the loud pedal a little too hard, and that absolutely spins up the rear tires as those RPMs build, and that's just taking life off of the tires. Every rotation of spin, every bit of slip, and you saw it there, Adam. He was gathering that car up and putting wheel into it all the way to the finish line on the front stretch there.
Brenner Brock in 3rd place right now. As you see, Kel Peterson's caught the leader again. Now 2/10 back, so about 2 car lengths.
And I think, like what we always say, excuse me, like we always say, it's one thing to catch somebody, but it's a whole nother game to pass them. I think in these cars, especially with all the power, you can really kind of control what the guy behind you is doing just by where you place your car, and you can make them. Oh, and the 20's loose down the backstretch. They're banging doors.
3 wide.
Oh, man. Oh, no. The 18 hard into the wall. The 1. Oh, we've got some action on the radio here.
Oh my goodness.
Terrible, and we stayed green. We have got to see what happened. It looked like they were just arguing for the same piece of real estate and just got connected. Oh,
let's take a look here. See if we can get it from the chopper cam one more time.
It all started it seemed like it started in turn 1. There was a big checkup that kind of stacked everybody up.
Man, oh man. Kel Peterson forced it 3 wide.
Could we maybe try to roll that back a little bit if we do another replay there? I'm not sure what happened in the middle of turns 1 and 2 there, leading up to that backstretch that got everybody really packed up.
Yeah, let's see if we can adjust that here.
because going into turns 1 and 2, I think the 18 had about a 3 or 4 tenths lead.
All right, let's do this now. We're going to go back 10 seconds here. I say that. And you see here, Eric Johnson.
Also, it was the one got really tight and checked everybody up. And then Kale stayed in the gas and made some room there. Got him to him twice. Oh, man, they was just arguing, little argy-bargy down the backstretch, just arguing for the same piece of real estate and turned into a pinball machine down the backstretch. That's unfortunate for the 18 and the 1.
Yeah, 18 absolutely destroyed. Had the car to beat.
Whew. That is some serious championship implications also for the 18. I know he was in the top 5, I believe. Some of these competitors up towards the front of the championship race right now are licking their chops. One of the front runners has a miscue there. This is a great opportunity to make up some points. And after all of that action, we stayed green, and Cale Peterson assumes the lead, but hot on his heels is the 3-piece of Brandon Brock with a clean, untouched number 3. He just doing his thing like normal, nice and consistent.
He is drawing him down.
And don't look now, but look who's in third. That silver bullet, number 21, Drew the Serial Killer Coon.
James Watson in 4th, and Jacob Answorth trying to run him down here. Kyle Franklin not really able to make up any ground. They're just too spread out. Kyle Franklin was really hoping for a caution right there. Eric Johnson got off the track immediately, and we stayed green. Go back up front, 6/10 of a second, and closing. Brandon Brock closing in on Cale Peterson. Eric Johnson cannot be happy about that incident there. What do you think?
Boys and girls, it's going to be an interesting post-race review with the crew. I'll tell you what, there might be some fiery words in the pits between the haulers of the 18 and the 20. I'll tell you what, Gateway brings out the craziest situations. What a great track this week has been for the trucks. And now the Gen4, Gateway has not disappointed, Adam.
No, it has not. And it's like this every time we come to Gateway. Whether it's in officials or it's in a league, Gateway always brings out the full moon crazies. As we're lap 72 of 115, we're closing in. Yeah, Rob Hamilton can't be happy about that either.
Oh, for sure, man. He was innocent bystander. He got tight. He was, I think he was losing the lap in that situation, just trying to
Race
trying to
hard
make
to
it
stay
through.
out,
And
yeah.
he was just trying to gather that truck up, and yeah, there's that 20 would not be denied down the backstretch. He made a little bit of room, and yeah, gave him a couple little doorknobs on the side there. That's good crazy racing right there.
Jacob Answorth trying to do something here with the 78. 78 trying to do something with the 21. It's a really good battle going on right here.
Yeah, and it looks like the 1 and the 18 may be done for the night. They're still in the pits.
They are
getting some repairs done.
74 making the pass on the 78 quite easily. 78 lets him go on by. And we should start seeing some pit stops again.
I will tell you, for being on an alternate strategy, the 74 really seems to be making his strategy work.
Yeah, he is.
Really making some really good headway through the pack here. He's up to P4 and really charging these guys down as the 21's really getting out of shape. This last lap here is struggling with those tires. Hang on to it, Silver Bullet there. That 74 is putting the pressure on him. He could feel it. Speaking of pressure, that number 3 piece is slowly clicking away at the 20's lead here.
And
just
check this out.
0.5 of a second back.
Check this out, Chase. We've got the wins here on the board. Brandon Brock got 1 win, Kyle Franklin 2. Jacob Answorth now on that separate strategy, that different strategy, up in 4th. He can grab another win.
I'm very interested to see how these strategies play out, especially now that we've had a couple really good green flag runs under our belt here. There's a lot of different takes on how to get to the checkered flag tonight.
Yes, there is. You can see Brandon Brock trying to do everything he can to catch Kel Peterson, but we're going to get into pit stops here very shortly. Drew Kuhn back here now battling with the 74. 74's caught him. About 2 car lengths back. Car length and a half back now.
I'm glad you brought it up too, the green flag pit stops. Just like the first round of them, we could see how it could go really wrong or really right. We saw a couple drivers really make up some headway on track just from hitting the pit road just right. And we also saw a couple of unfortunate drivers make some miscues, and you can see how that puts you way behind. Just one small mistake could really affect your race, Adam.
Yes, it could, Chase. We definitely saw some leapfrogging there. People that were really brave, you know, hitting that access road with a lot more speed than the guy in front of them, and they're able to leapfrog a couple of spots. As we see Drew Kuhn out there now. Down pit road. Brandon Brock also committed now. That's going to put Kel Peterson still out there. James Watson. And guess who's back in second? Jacob Answorth.
That 74 is really making it work, man, and he's led a pretty good chunk of laps also with that alternate strategy.
Yeah, you can see there he's led 8 laps.
Yeah, and with the tricky pit road entrance and exit, it's almost just, it comes down to how much do you want to risk to make some gains going in and coming out, because this track is tricky even in the grippiest part of the track and the corners and everything. And I can only imagine how crazy and wild loose it is in these cars on the access roads there with no rubber and a lot of dirt and dust.
What are you talking about? I guarantee you It's crazy. Like I said a moment ago, Chase, you know, the guys that are really pushing the envelope were really making up some really good spots, a whole lot of spots. You know, if they were daring to enter the pits faster than the next guy.
Oh, absolutely, man. And that's one of those things you just got to send it or end it.
That's right. Ryan Fuchs trying to grab a lap back here. And that's going to do it. It's going to put Fuchs back on the lead lap. Now he's like, caution, caution, caution. That's what I need. Actually, I think he's still, right. No, he's only down 1 lap now.
Yeah, that's correct. After that last round of pit stops, that put him 2 laps. So he got 1 lap back. But he is the lead car. He is the first car a lap down. So if there was a caution to come, it'd be pretty good for him, because I believe he would get the lucky dog wave around for being the lead. Lead car a lap down.
Brendan Brock now being scored in 8th after that pit stop cycle. He's made his bed. It's done for tonight.
Right before that turn.
No more pit stops out of these guys. Jacob Answorth, Brian Zemer, Charles Wilson, Ronnie Wilchel, Tim Freet. These guys still need to pit one more time. You can see Zemer right there. And Wilson. Jacob Answorth still out front, though. Pit stop should be happening soon. It's going to put Answorth out there 30 laps longer than these other guys.
Man almighty.
Last pitted on lap 50. These guys pitted on lap 80.
With 30 laps to go, do you think Jacob Ainsworth can make it to the end, Adam?
Ooh, you know, I don't think he can make it to the end, Chase, but I don't think he's got to take a full tank of fuel. I think he can take just what he needs.
So he might do the splash and go just to make it to the end?
I think so.
Just on the gap that he's made? Man, that is...
Well, see, he pitted for fuel on lap 10. That already put him ahead of the game, and so now he's able to go further those next 2 pit cycles where the other guys didn't. So now he's got to get another splash and go, and he's good.
Man, this is an interesting play by the 74, and it also looks like this the 57 of Charles Wilson is on the same exact strategy as the 74.
Yes, sir, he is.
Only about 10 seconds back, 9 or 10 seconds back from the lead here.
And Kel Peterson is 3/4 of a lap back from Jacob Answorth right now. That's quite a bit. If Jacob Answorth goes in, doesn't get any tires, just gets fuel only, it's going to be really, really close.
Adam, they just might make this work, and talk about a gamble.
Yeah, it's going to be really, really close. I don't think they can make it all the way, though. We got 28 laps to go. I don't see them making it.
They are on lap 38 of this stint. That is really going to be stretching it, Adam. That's really going to be stretching it.
Yeah, I just don't think it's possible to make it. But you know what? We'll see.
Oh, just as we speak, the 74 coming down. He's going to get topped off with fuel and possibly tires here to make it to the end for sure.
And we'll watch this here. 74, very ballsy getting in. We're going to see, does he take fuel only, or is he going to take some tires? Charles Wilson.
Yep. And in the 57 bringing it down. Yeah, he's on the same. They are on the same exact strategy. I am extremely interested to see if this works. This was not on my radar at all as a strategy, but these guys are right in the hunt for the win.
Jacob Answorth's going to take some tires here.
As Cale Peterson and the three-piece of Brandon Brock take over the first and second spots. He only took 2.
Jacob Answorth takes 2 tires and gets out in 6th.
Oh, that is going to be a loose race car, Adam.
Yes, sir, it is. I did not think I'd see. Actually, I could have promised you I wouldn't have seen any 2-tire stops. Not in these cars.
Not in these cars, man. That is 100% right. These cars don't need much convincing to get loose, rather than change the stagger setup on the tires by only taking the outside 2.
Absolutely. And let's see here. We're going to see the fastest 5 of 5. Brandon Brock, faster than Peterson. Kyle Franklin still giving her all she's got, Captain. Definitely faster than these boys. Fastest last lap. Kel Peterson nowhere to be found. Brandon Brock faster. Brandon Brock closing in 1.5 seconds with 24 laps to go. Definitely possible to catch him, but can he pass him? How aggressive will Peterson be? How aggressive will Brock be? And what's Tim Freet pits? That's going to put Drew Kuhn in 3rd. Going to put James Watson in 4th and Jacob Answorth in 5th. Let's check on Jacob Answorth here. See how loose he really is. On board here with Jacob Answorth.
Oh, yeah. Looked very, very free on entry there. He's doing a great job on exit, being gentle with the throttle, but looks like he's struggling entering the corners while he's on the brakes, and maybe even a downshift. I'm not sure. Now he's keeping it. He's keeping it in 4th, letting her roll.
I mean, I know the guy's brave and all, Chase, but there ain't no way you could take 2 tires and downshift. Huh.
That's just, yeah, that's a recipe for disaster, Adam. I'm going to be honest with you. It felt wrong even saying it.
I'd have already been upside down if I was in that situation.
Oh, me and you both, man.
Going up here now, Brandon Brock, only 1.2 seconds, 1.1 second now. On board with Brandon Brock. Only 1 car separates him from the 20. Brandon Brock loose. Less than a second away. Drew Kuhn, 12 seconds. 13 seconds back from Brandon Brock. He's nowhere in contention for another position to be gained. Go back here. Rob Harley, Brian Zemer battling it out here. A good old-fashioned battle right here. We've seen them many a times. Hartley and Zemer battling for position. Neither one of them give an inch. Neither one of them give an inch, and that's what we like to see.
That's exactly the style of racing we have here at the OutCast Motorsports iRacing League, man. Hard nose, fight for every inch. I love it. We're under 20 laps to go here, and it seems like everybody's put all the cards down on the table, and it seems to be that looks like Brandon Brock, Cale Peterson, and Drew Kuhn are holding on to the top 3 spots here. worked their strategies out. It almost seemed like those guys that had that alternate strategy were praying for a caution late in their run to kind of have that tire and fuel advantage to make it to the end.
Oh, yes.
That would have worked great, but that was quite the gamble, 100%.
Well, Brandon Brock must have had some kind of moment, because now he's 1.4 seconds back. Got it down to 7/10, and now he's back up double that.
That's that risk versus reward we were talking about, entering the pits and now getting kind of deep into a stint here. Do you think Brandon Brock may have taken a little bit too much out of his tires? Do you think it just was a 1 or 2 corner mistake there, Adam?
I think it was a 1 or 2 corner mistake, to be honest with you. I haven't really seen him over push. I think he just got in the corner a little bit too much. I saw him do it 2 times in a row. Lost a lot of ground. But
he's just riding the edge. Yeah, maybe he took just a little step too far going into a corner or something. Because I'm riding along with him now, and his speed looks great. Doesn't look like anything's too wrong. Let's see if he can gather it back up and start making a charge forward.
Kyle Franklin now taking over the 5th spot here from the 78. Great comeback from the 11. This is what he needs for the points.
Over 20 seconds back, and he's trimmed it over 25 seconds back behind the leaders, and he's trimmed it to 18.5 seconds. That's a heck of a job from the number 11 driver.
Yes, it is. And he's got Jacob Answorth in his sights, but I don't know, Jacob Answorth's doing pretty good with that 2-tire stop chase.
I am extremely surprised at how well he's been able to hold his own, taking that 2 tires, but maybe that'll pay off a little bit less later in the run as those inside tires get a little tired on him. He's holding his own though. I got mad respect for the gamble. He's making it work. He's still holding steady in 4th position. He's well in the top 5. That's not a bad call. Gutsy call.
Brandon Brock, 1.6 seconds steal from Cale Peterson. Cale battling with the 57. Now 1.7 seconds separate the top 2. Go back here and check on Hartley and Zemer. They're still battling. About 3 car lengths separate the 2. Charles Wilson battling here with the leader. Charles very strong here, just doesn't have the position that he needs to gain some spots. He's up there all by himself, nobody to race with except the leader, but you know, we'll take it. Definitely slowing Cale down. Brock's actually closing in a little bit.
And the 57's he's not gonna be denied. I love it. The Army brat's getting the elbows out there and takes the spot, gets that lap back. Cale loose out of turn 4 there.
Yep. Woo! Charles Wilson with the mind games. And check out this cat right here, Clarence Norton, in the 10th spot, man. He's impressive run tonight by Mr. Norton. And Shannon Donington 11th and Dalton Hall 12th. Great run by these guys.
Awesome complete race by these guys, and even with Norton having a couple of moments out of the exit of the corners, he's really recovered well, and he's got that mind determination, the focus to be able to lock back in and not dwell on the past mistakes. You lock back in, and yeah, he's well on his way to a top 10 in his maiden voyage here with the OutCast crew.
And it looks like Jacob Answorth is 2.2 seconds back from Drew Kuhn. That's quite a ways. Do you think we're going to see a late race caution here, though?
I would almost bet on it, Adam. the way that these cars are dancing around, and now we're on old tires, it's very, very easy to do. As we see looks like the 3 washed way up the track in 1 and 2. He's giving it everything she needs, everything she wants.
Jericho now with clean air. I mean, he's got 13 seconds till he gets to Brock. That's not going to be possible with only 9 laps to go. And Brandon Brock's now closed the gap to 0.6 of a second. He's almost back up to Kel Peterson. Man, he has tried and tried and tried to get up to him. He's gained, he's lost, he's gained, he's lost. He's done it over the past 30 laps.
I really think I see what the 3 is doing. I don't think he's making mistakes. I think he's testing out different lines and seeing what works and what doesn't. It almost looks like he's found the secret sauce here at the end of the race. I don't know, 8 laps to go, 7 laps to go. It's gonna be tough, but he's got to put together the best 6 laps of his life and hopefully make a move at the end here.
Yeah, it's gonna take a miracle to get to him though. Kel Peterson's still pretty fast. You check right here. Charles Wilson, boy, he's booking it.
Amen. 34-16. He got his lap back and he took off from the leaders. The 57 has got some juice tonight, man.
The 3 with a moment. The 3 lost everything. Over 2 seconds now between him and Kel Peterson. It's all over with for the 3.
Oh, man. Just was trying to ride the knife's edge of grip, and that all but gives it away unless there's something that shakes the race up here, Adam.
Yeah, a caution comes out here with only just a few laps to go. Will definitely reset the field. Kyle Franklin, man, great rally back from Kyle in the 5th spot. Although he will not catch Jacob Answorth unless he has a moment. As you see up ahead, Jacob Answorth had a moment. That's brought Kyle right at 2 seconds now.
With the laps dwindling down, he's really going to have to dig in and make up a pretty good amount of time to get to the rear bumper of the 74 on 2 tires at that. He's done an excellent job of maintaining the speed, however he's doing it. He's trying everything he can to chase down the 21 Silver Bullet of Drew Kuhn up there in 3rd spot and the last step of the podium there. He's letting her all hang out.
Yep, Jacob Answorth's got it down to 0.7 of a second from Drew Kuhn. I don't know. I don't think he's got enough time.
Oh, that 74 is diving it into the corners, boy. I can't believe he's driving it that deep into the corner on 2 tires. He's making it work. He's gaining on him.
Jacob Answorth now 0.3 from the 21.
Oh, buddy, here we go. 1 lap to go. Let's see what the 74's got in his back pocket here. Let's see if the 21 Silver Bullet can hang on.
Coming to 1 to go.
As the 20's here taking a white flag lap.
Kel Peterson going down into 1 and 2 for the final time. Down the backstretch, Brandon Brock's not going to have anything for him. He did rally back to a 1.1 second gap. Cale Peterson coming out of 4 for the final time. He's going to capture the flag here at Worldwide Technology Raceway.
And the 74 of Jacob Ainsworth makes it work, gets the pass done on Drew Kuhn for 3rd spot. Around the outside, coming to the white. What an awesome race, boys.
Not sure how he did it. Kyle Franklin there getting him a bump. Ronnie Welchel giving him a bump there. Congratulatory bumping. That's what we're about here in the OutCast League.
And the number 20 is going to burn him down. Giving the fans what's left of those tires, that's right.
What a great race tonight.
Oh yeah, man. We've got a lot to talk about. The chat is lighting up. Thank you guys all for being a part of all this and watching the action. That was something else, man.